Hello, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, okay. Now I can hear you. Well, that was weird.
Yes.
Wait, is Bizzle saying anything? I can't hear him.
Yeah. Well,
He is.
can you are you memeing me?
Bizzle? Hello?
Hello, Bizzle? Hello?
Wait, is he talking?
Wait.
I think he messed up this time.
I can see his lips moving.
I'm just fucking with you. Hurry up. Okay, Sean, take it away. Second Awakened Griffons. Take it away, Sean. Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast. As you can see, we got another group of people here today. And also, for some of you guys didn't hear the announcement from the last podcast, we got a bonus podcast. So, surprise, if you didn't know. This is a bonus podcast today here. We decided to do this bonus podcast because we did one before. This is actually our night podcast. It's nighttime for me, so it's a different stream time. So we did one of these before, and a lot of people enjoyed it, and it was a lot more easier for some people to join into the podcast. So we did one here today in light of the whole, COVID-19 situation going on. So a lot more people are home. A lot more people have been interested in joining. So we're probably going to do it today. We're going to do our normal podcast next week. And we probably have another bonus one next week, Friday as well. Yeah, to get you guys some more content and some more discussions about, everything that's been going on with Summoners War. So thank you guys for joining me. Sean, Lucky, Weekend, and DJ Bizzle. So if you guys don't know, DJ Bizzle was just on my last podcast this week, Tuesday. And he didn't have his cam on. And I always have everybody introduce themselves, and I actually messed up. I actually thought he was on a podcast before. Like, I swear to God. Yeah, I swear to God he was on a podcast before, but he wasn't. So, I gotta let you do an introduction for yourself. Kind of weird though, but hey, at least this time you're on cam, right?
Yeah. I got it to work this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. What would you like me to introduce?
Maybe tell everybody, how long you've been playing Summoners War, how long you've been streaming, whatever it is about yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Been playing Summoners War for about 5 years. I first started playing when I was like my senior year in college. Big mistake. No, just kidding.
True. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. So I started streaming maybe about 2 years ago, off and on here and there. But I mainly do a lot of RTA. If you watch my stream, it's usually always RTA, never anything else.
Very nice. Yeah. So if you guys ever are curious, when you're using Sierra and you never land the bombs, just go watch his stream because every Sierra he uses never lands the bomb. So you'll feel a lot better about yourself.
I want to say 50 accuracy Sierras and 80 accuracy Sierras land like the same.
Another fun fact as well is I got to meet DJ Bizzle many times at our Hawaii meetups because he used to live here, but he moved away. So yeah, it's good to have you on the podcast, man. It's good to have you here today. And thank you guys, everybody else, for joining into the night podcast. Let's just dive right into it. Topic number 1, right? As you can kind of tell, I mean, I was pretty shocked. This first topic is going to be about everything Griffons. 2A Griffons are here. What are your thoughts? Like, I mean, for me, I mean, developers notes. Hello, has that ever happened before where they put something in developers notes and then it went live like a couple days later? Like, what the fuck?
That was very, very quick turnaround. I thought it would have been at least another half a week or so. But yeah, they turned that around really quickly.
They usually put it in an update and then they make it live, So they pushed it. So what are your thoughts on the second week in Griffons? We'll spend some time talking about this. Go ahead. Take it away, Sean.
They're fun, I guess, but not high level unit for sure. If you have them lying around and you want a second awaken. Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear him. I can hear him.
I can hear him.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Oh,
you
you
can't
muted
hear
him.
him?
That's
Oh,
messed
damn.
up, dude.
I
Why'd you
can
mute
hear
him?
I can hear everybody except him.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's a
god.
personal attack.
Did you mute him on accident? You might have just muted him on accident. Right mouse click right mouse click. Right mouse click his face.
Okay.
I think he blocked me on Discord,
Nope,
I don't know.
not
Right mouse
muted.
click his face and there's user volume and you just turn it up.
It's at 100.
It could go to 200 though, right?
No.
Huh?
Yeah, you can make use the volume up to 200.
Oh yeah, you can leave the call. You can leave the call and then rejoin the call. And then it'll be okay. Yeah, try it. Say something, Sean.
Hello, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, okay. Now I can hear you. Well, that was weird.
Yes.
Wait, is Bizzle saying anything? I can't hear him.
Yeah. Well,
He is.
Is Bizzle?
can you Are you memeing me?
Bizzle? Hello?
Hello, Bizzle. Hello.
Wait, is he talking?
Wait.
I think he messed up this
I
time.
can see his lips moving.
I'm just fucking with you. Hurry up. Okay, Sean, take it away. Second Awakened Griffins. Take it away, Sean.
Yeah, they're quite fun. Win one is just a little bit better. The attack bar increase is not as amazing as you think it would be. So
Oh,
if
talk
you
about
use it
that.
before
Talk about that for a
the
little bit.
Bernard.
Talk about that. Instead of additive, it's multiplicative. You know, maybe you can explain.
Yeah,
that.
so it's 5%, then 10%. You'd be like, oh my god, 45% attack by Poos. But it's not really. It's 34.5%. So it's like, yay, 4 more percent, which is it may make your Lucian hit a bit harder because you can reduce the speed by a little bit, and that's about it. The default attack do decent damage. The 15% attack by reduction is like whatever, you know. The second skill hit like shit, doesn't do damage, even though it should be. And yeah, but that is okay. Khan, the water one, actually changed a lot because now his second skill can give him attack bar according to enemy debuff. So if enemy has like 4 debuff, he get 100%, 120% attack bar. So he can defense break with someone already having some sort of debuff going on, get a turn, nuke that unit, and keep on doing that. You know, that's pretty fun. The dark one is such a meme unit. It's so fun to play.
He's always been fun to play with, right? But now it's just like better base stats and like.
No, you don't need crit rate anymore.
Yeah, you don't need crit
true,
rate
true,
anymore.
true.
It's another Mina situation, which is great.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's quite good.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the like and the fire one yet, but the fire one
I
looks
built
like
that. You don't
whatever.
remember? Okay, if you guys don't know, we got together. Was it you, Sean? Were you with us? Like you, me, YD, and Topa? Was it us 4 or no? Remember when the first, second Awakens came out and we got into a call and we all did first, second Awakens together for the Inugamis?
Oh, I think it was JMac. It was JMac.
Oh, it's JMac. That's right.
Yeah, we look the same, you know, kind of similar.
No,
Yeah, J-Mac did the Fire Fairy.
I did. It's not
Yeah.
because you look the same. I just didn't remember who was there. I thought you were there. I thought we did 5. Yeah, but we actually did that, and I did the worst choice. I did the water one. So I decided, this time everybody says the light one seems like it's kind of crap. I'm doing the light one, dude. I'm doing the light one first. We're gonna test it out, dude. Yeah, I think it's actually gonna be fun. I think the damage will be, maybe interesting, but it's just still not gonna be that crazy. But I'm gonna test it out. Definitely gonna test it out. What was the last one you missed, or did we hit them all? Fire one.
The fire one is
Fire.
just the same. Attack break, yay! Woohoo! Like, whoa. I mean, it's gonna be better for those who use it for like TOA hard, right? For Artamiel, the monkey's gonna hit a bit less, the Yeti's gonna hit a bit less, but like,
Yeah, it was
not bad.
definitely a 2A for the earlier game players.
yeah.
Kinda
Yeah.
nice.
Because
Hands down.
I literally am not even gonna waste the dimensional hole energy to awaken anything. Because I'd rather just farm a Lunia. Like the runes is just worth more than having a 2A that literally, like for us, unless you wanna like make content and have fun, I don't see us using any of these.
Yeah,
Right.
like for like endgame RTA. I mean, and if any of them were like semi okay for Guild Wars, I feel like there's already something we have built that serves the purpose, right? It doesn't bring anything new to what you have on your roster. True.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you, Lucky? Are you deciding on which one you're gonna do? Are you gonna not do them, or...
I started Bernard
Okay.
because weren't too certain about how the third skill benefit was going to be. So, there was a lot of talk around whether or not it was going to end up being 45% or if it was going to be 34.5 or 34.65, whatever it ended up being. Just to clarify, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, the only things that are additive are harmful effect rate increases, like the percentage increases when it comes to skill ups. Everything else is multiplicative,
I believe so.
except for cooldowns. So knowing that moving forward, so when I was working on Bernard, I was thinking, okay, this entire time it could be almost like a baby frigate. I already had a frigate sitting in storage, but with this speed buff, it makes it better than frigate.
Yeah.
So I started working on that, but I've just been doing 2As anyway for Pokedex completion. So at the end of the day, it didn't really bother me if it was going to make a difference or not. So yeah,
that's
I
right.
saw Taki use Bernard yesterday in RTA, and I think he ended up getting into a 2v1 situation, crit damage Bernard on Vio, and he ended up winning. It was actually pretty close.
Via Bernard.
Vile Bernard.
Vio Will Bernard.
5 in.
I heard he,
I think it's
he
like-
tanked.
Yeah, he may have tanked at the end of it, but he had one good fight that was worthwhile watching. That
I
was
mean,
quality
that's like
content.
the 5-head play, right? You boost, and then your opponent gets mind fucked that you vio into a defense break setup for your damage dealer.
I mean, he's the damage dealer on his own, kind of.
He is.
Yeah,
he can
yeah,
be.
true,
He hit pretty
true.
hard.
Yeah, I think skill ones for all of the Griffons are mediocre damage. It's like okay, right? It actually does, it does hurt.
Like
it,
30k, it depends on what you think of 30k, 20k.
I mean, that's what damage runes, but like just on like even just normal runes, like, it does a little thump. You know what I mean? It doesn't do like a nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
15, you know. on a
Taki's
daily
Bernard
basis.
2 hit a mo long.
All right. Oh.
Wait, really?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
buddy. Okay, I see
Wow, really? Is it scaled on speed? What the? Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
you. No,
That's
but
not
just the
bad.
timer, you know, when HP and attack go up, go down, kind of thing, and
Wait,
then
did-
the
wait, did
banana
we-
1v2.
Do we say grats or do we just say that's a shit more long? I mean,
It's just a waste of runes on a Bernard. That's what that is. Any unit could have done that. Any unit that's like speed scaling or anything would have done better in that situation anyway.
Definitely.
yeah, but
Hey,
it's content,
entertainment
dude.
value.
That's content, baby. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Taki, take it to the next
Yeah.
level. I like that. How
But I
about
think
you?
the best part.
Oh, go ahead. The best part?
I think the best part of the update was the free Devilmon. Let's be honest here.
Oh, the
Oh,
refund.
yeah.
I think that was the thing we were most excited for. Because I read through
The
the
grinders.
I read through the birds, and I was like, oh, they're not that good, no point. And I guess that's also why they might have pushed out the patch so quickly or released the notes so late, so people didn't actually just farm a ton of 2A skill ups and get Devilmon refunds. Because if you're-
Oh, true.
I
true,
did-
Right?
true.
I did that.
Like if you had a ton of energy stored up, you could have farmed like 1 or 2 Devilmon back, right? Like extra ones. But
Right.
Mhm.
if they release the
Yeah.
patch like a week in advance, like they usually do, then like everyone's in D hole farming for free Devilmon basically. And I think maybe they didn't want to do that.
But don't you only get free Devilmon back if you go above the threshold?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
right,
if they have the whole
exactly.
week to farm it, then they can farm like a ton of like garbage stuff, right?
You
Nah,
can change
you probably
it
can
to
farm,
a
like, at
Devilmon
least,
and use
like,
it on a map
2.
5.
Would you even be able to get Devilmon? Because like, let's say you put it in a unit, right? You have to max the skill.
No,
then-
yeah.
And
Exactly.
have that skill reduced to
Yeah.
give you Devilmon. So I don't
Yeah.
even think it'd be that feasible. But they had to have
Let's say-
made it come out. And,
If you get a week, I think you can though, right? Because like if it's
how many
you
can you
need,
do
like-
in a week?
Nah,
You
you
need like
got-
2.
It
right?
depends on how close.
You can
it
do
depends
like
on how
2 a
close you
week,
are.
man.
Yeah.
like some skills go like if you got into a third skill went from 2 to 1. Like you only need to put 1 in there, and then you get a free Devilmon back already, right?
If you're lucky, you know.
Like
Yeah.
some of the skills, like obviously like the ones with like 3 turn cooldown are a bit harder to get because you need to get like to max it 3 first, right?
Right.
But, like if you get lucky and you hit into skill 3, you only
Yeah.
needed 1 Devilmon in there, and
Yeah.
then
I
basically
guess you're right too, because Comptuous has always been kind of finicky with their Devilmon. You know what I mean? Like they've always been kind of like, oh, it's precious, but it's
tight ass
not.
about that shit. Like 1 a
Yeah.
week and then only the
Yeah.
packs, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
TOA, I guess, and that's it. Yeah.
And you know what's funny is back in the day, I don't know if you guys know when they used to do Comptuous streams, and they used to give out Devilmons on their streams. You know that? And then that's
Wait, what?
Yeah, they did.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Christmas
Wow.
and stuff like that. Just randomly, they would give out Devilmons for just filling out those surveys that they used to do. So that used to be
Yeah.
pretty dope, but they stopped that. It's just crystals now. Yeah, LD scrolls too, I think. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, definitely LD pieces for sure too. But anyways, what
Wait,
was your thoughts
how
on
long
it?
ago was that?
A couple years ago though. A couple years ago.
Yeah, it's when the game was probably smaller, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What about you, Bizzle? Have you seen any yet, or have you? Because I know you do a lot of RTs. Did you see any yet, or did you use any yet by chance?
I don't think any of them are good. I am doing the Bernard just so that I can make my Lunia run safer. That's the only reason.
True, they all get base stats. That's something we didn't discuss as well. The base stats is always nice. I
Yeah.
mean, no matter what
Yeah.
you second awaken, no matter how trash the skills are, the base stats is a nice bonus for any of them, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think Topa's gonna test the dark one tomorrow, so I'm gonna watch that, see how that goes, see if I jump on that train.
Yeah, that one could be pretty fun. On Vile, right? Like a Vile, no crit rate, high crit damage, tanky kind of build. That could be
Yeah.
nice.
It gains HP, right? Every time it does damage.
Yeah,
20%?
20%.
Kind
20%.
of little.
Like
Yeah.
built-in vampire, kind of.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a pseudo Leona. It kind of feels like it, kind of, you know what I mean? Like the way it is. I don't know. Just feels like defense scaling or some kind of weird defense scaling stuff. I don't know. But
Yeah,
so
it does.
well, what are your thoughts on them only releasing 1 second awaken though this time around? It
Oh,
went
that's
for,
so
like,
sad, dude.
4-2-2-1, right? Is that what it was? 4-2-2-1.
Yeah.
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 Surprised it was
Yeah,
only
that's
one,
so
to be honest.
sad, dude. Next time we're gonna have half a
Are
family.
they just running out of ideas, you reckon? But they're still desperately trying to push out content.
I think it's also to maintain longevity as well, because if they keep pushing out,
Just
two at a
spacing it
time,
out.
Yeah, spacing it
Everything's
out.
gonna be done soon. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's probably why as well.
I guess that makes sense, but yeah. I mean, do you think maybe this? I mean, I hate making excuses for them, man. But like, you think how badly do you think this coronavirus is gonna prevent them from progressing stuff, man? Because I mean, I think it would be stupid to believe that it doesn't affect them in some way. At least because it's not the U.S. office or the EU office. The only one that makes all these updates and does this is the Korea office, right? So like, how? Like, is this gonna push back stuff? Like, is this gonna push back like other Second Awakens in the future, events and everything? Like, holy crap, man. Everything's kind of like fucked, right?
Personally, I don't know if it would, considering they are a software-based company. A lot of people
Just
can
work from home,
right?
yeah.
So they could still get stuff done.
Really though, but what if, but like when it's, I know it's software based, right? So actual like programming and software based, but
Yeah.
all the like art and like, you know, the ideas team, don't you always have to be in like an office or the room, and you guys always have to kind of be brainstorming ideas and stuff? Like, I feel like it'd be one of those things, you know? I don't know. But I'm just thoroughly disappointed it was only one Second Awaken. I was really hoping for the Hellhounds, dude. Like, I don't know, I just got the idea of Hellhounds, you know?
Yeah, I feel like Hellhounds is probably next. If it wasn't this patch, it was going to be next for sure.
Does it always release as 1.3, 1.2?
No, last
No.
time was Cat and Wolf, right? So
Yes,
both
both
3
three.
stars.
They said it's
Okay.
released in like themes, so they're trying to figure out themes with them. So didn't they show something? I saw something of when they talked about Second Awakens, like future ones are gonna release. It was like a Vagabond and something else, and they showed it together as one family. Does anybody know?
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah, it was one of it was an official Summoners War, like I forgot what it was. Like, they did a presentation or something, and they were talking about it, and it was like Vagabonds and something else next to it, and they were giving you example of families, and they said, oh, this may not be actually what's happening though, but they showed Vagabonds and something else. Was it Vagabonds and Magic Archers? I don't remember. Something like that. So that's probably what the new theme is going to be, and that's going to be the new hole, right? Because I guess they stuck Bernard
So you
into
think they
that
just
hole.
did Bernard because there was no theme with it?
They just stuck it into the Beast
Like-
one.
Why not just do like Garudas or something, right? They fly as well. They got wings. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Any other further thoughts on Second Awaken Griffons then, or what? I mean, I guess general consensus are they're meh. It's nice, but they're kind of meh.
Seems
They feel kind of meh.
Yeah.
it wasn't even like a thing that I don't think like anyone was excited for any of them, right? Like when the patch notes came out, everyone was like, "Wow, 2A's coming out," and then like you read it.
Wow.
And,
And then like, whoa. And the crowds go, wow. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
I guess we
I
felt
mean,
a little
let's-
better reading the
let's-
skill ups, right? The skill ups made us
Yeah.
feel slightly better, like 1 ounce better, I guess.
It
Oh, the
was always
devil
going to
one thing?
be.
Go ahead, Lucky.
It was always going to be hard to top the last one. You know, the Cats played such a big impact in RTA.
True.
The Wolves were kind of okay as well, but the Werewolves.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of hard to top with Griffons. Like, the Griffons coming out, it's obviously going to be very hard to match that. So, that was going to be the other issue with that.
It's not the worst one though, right? Tell me I'm wrong, but I feel like the Pixies are still the worst ones.
Pixies? Yeah.
Pixies,
Oh,
Warbears.
so yikes.
But Pixies came with a
This
group,
feels like
yeah,
another
like a
Warband
pretty
level
decent
one.
group.
Yeah,
Because
just the
Pixies was initial release. Yeah.
Pixie came first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Pixies
Yeah,
came
so
first
that
by-
came with 3 other ones.
I feel they're
Thank
really
God.
really not that good. Like, they're fun toys, but they don't feel very good. And I think the Pixies and the Fairies,
Yeah.
I think most people have the hardest time doing that dungeon. Like, that dungeon's actually kind of monk ass, man, for the different elements that you got to bring in, because that's
Oh,
all
man.
the same element, right? Like Fire Pixie, like
Yeah.
fire stuff, and you're like, ah, shoot, I don't got the units. Like, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No more thoughts here on the Second Awakened Griffins. We're gonna move on to the next topic then. Next topic here is Summoners War Anniversary is coming up. Somebody told me the official Summoners War Anniversary is supposed to be like June though, like June something. But I mean, a lot of us
The
are
game
thinking
came
like,
out in June 16th, I think, or 23rd or something.
right. But do we traditionally celebrate the anniversary like in April?
Yeah.
I think they have the Korea anniversary. That's why, right?
I think Korea was released
Ooh.
earlier.
Career and then Globals
Yeah.
in June.
Right.
And Comptos is a Korean company, right? So we just follow them, I guess.
True. Or they're just gonna do 2 celebrations. I don't mind. More events.
I think
Oh,
didn't,
no, you
didn't they do
think
that
they're
last
that
time?
nice?
Didn't they do that last time? They did 2 celebrations.
They
Like
did,
a
right?
Korea one and
Like,
yeah,
Did
no, they
they?
did.
They
Yeah,
did 2
they did.
packs. Did they not?
Yeah, they did 2 packs. I mean,
Yeah, it was 2 separate packs. That's probably the only reason.
Two
they did
separate
2.
packs, right? It was a
There was
global
a Korean
pack
release and a global release.
and
Yeah.
true. So what do you guys want to see them do in terms of events or in terms of whatever it is? What do you want to see them do? What do you want to see them release? What do you want to see happen out of this?
I mean, packs are coming for sure, right? Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
There's going to be anniversary packs.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get the anniversary HOH, right? Where we get to choose one probably.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I don't know what more you can do.
I mean, they gave a free unit before the Vamp Lord. They can give another free unit, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
True.
Because it's a good way to get people to start the game. Like, give you a free 6-star with some decent runes on them. Like, Vamp Queen or Fairy Queen. I have no idea.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But yeah,
Dark,
like a
light
nice
vampire
set.
queen. Yeah.
To start your game, bait in the new player kind of thing.
Right. I want them. We know there's gonna be a pack, right? I want them to do the thing that they did last time with the packs. On the bottom, you get like a 5-day login of a free something, and give us something cool. Like I think that'd be nice for everybody. I really like the skin that they gave. They gave us a skin for Elia. They gave us some energy, some crystals, and then the Elia skin with a huge ass sack of whatever, that good luck sack. I thought that was a pretty dope skin. That was pretty nice.
Was it last year they gave like 50 something mystical scrolls in the pack? Was that the anniversary pack?
Yeah, they gave out a lot of mysticals in those.
Like it was like a ridiculous amount of scrolls.
And then it was like a pick something pack, right? The one you pick multiple things. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this year is gonna be like LD legendaries, right? You guys hear about that?
Whoa!
That'll make so many people upset.
You already know we're getting fucking HOH.
I'm grabbing the popcorn.
Let's go.
I'm grabbing the popcorn for that, bro. If that happens.
Have you noticed though that they've been releasing LDs like crazy? Like there's a special pack 2, special pack 1, premium pack 2, and all the update packs. Just like crazy amounts of LD scrolls now.
Even the events too, they're throwing out
Yeah.
LDs left, right, and center.
Yeah, I think it's finally come to them that they want to give you more opportunities, right? That's what they always say, right? We want players to have a higher chance. We're gonna change the rate of you getting an LD Nat 5, and the way they're changing it is they're just giving you more either A opportunity or just more scrolls, right? Even arena points you can buy scrolls, Guild War points you can buy scrolls. Everywhere is like LD scrolls, man. So I mean, they're hoping more people are getting Nat 5s, which they are. Yeah, we might be not getting any. You might be not getting, but the entire population, there's somebody selling LD Nat 5s all the time now. I see it. I see them way more common now. LD Nat 5s popping left and right, dude.
Didn't Bizzle get a new one, or am I?
No, not me. No.
Oh no, it was Ricky. Ricky summoned for who else was it?
He summoned for Fenrir. He summoned Fenrir Rahul, and then he summoned himself.
And then he summoned Mi Ying.
Oh yeah, you got a Mi Ying. That's right.
Rahul and Mi Ying. That's not bad.
I'd like something new. I haven't gotten something new since.
Something new would be nice.
The last time I got an LD Nat 5 for my account was before I even started streaming, dude. You know how long ago that was? We're talking like 3-4 years ago, man.
Yeah, I checked my Swarf farm. I haven't even summoned a Nat 5 this year.
Damn, that's
Did you
4
even
months.
summon?
That's sad.
Yeah, I play the game.
That's
It's like
sad,
I don't
dude.
spend, but I still get like
Dude.
all the free to play scrolls, and I still do like Siege and Tart and stuff, and I still do TOA. I haven't got a Nat 5 this year. It's 4 months.
Damn.
It's really
I'm
sad.
being
Damn.
robbed.
I feel the same too, man.
I really like to see them release blessings again for the anniversary. They gave us a free blessing before. I think they should
Like a
give it
free to
again.
play blessing, and then like
Oh,
if you
the 4-star.
get a blessing as
Yeah.
Well,
well,
I mean, even though it's a 5, they give us one 5-star one for free, did they not? Or am I tripping?
yeah,
Yeah,
for
they
the,
did,
la-
they
the
did,
first
right?
time they
Yes,
released it, I
awesome.
think, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gave
Two
us
4-stars and a
Yeah.
5-star.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, what else do we want? Let's keep talking about stuff, because then they'll probably pick and choose what they release. Devilmon Dungeon. I'll take one of those.
Yep, take one of those. No one cares about the Rainbow Mon.
You guys got
Dungeon,
re-up
about
dungeons? You got re-up
Re-up dungeons, we'll take some of those.
Make it bug out for an hour so you can keep farming it.
Yep. True.
What else is it? Oh, they're going to do an anniversary HOH, right? They should. It's.
I mean, it's
I don't know
one
what
of
the
those
next
pick
4
and
are.
choose ones, yeah.
Right, but I don't know
One
what the
of the
next
past
4 are.
ones.
I'm not good at extrapolating what those next 4 are supposed to be, but I'm sure people have done it already on like Reddit and stuff.
I mean, Reddit's probably got it, yeah.
Is it Gemini?
Should they learn?
Is Gemini out? Wait, did they give Gemini out a second time before or no?
No, because I
No,
want
it's only been
one.
one
Oh,
time.
if they do, that's big, dude. If they give Gemini
that's
back,
huge.
dude,
Gemini's
the community
so
would be
nice.
so happy, dude. That's
That'd be
big.
insane.
But they're not
Yeah.
gonna do it, so that's how you know.
No, they could. They just go.
They
It's just
could.
recurring.
It's
It's just
so
the next
happy.
4. It's just the next set of 4 that they did from back in the day.
Oh, is it just like the next? Oh, and then let you choose one
Yeah,
of the 4.
people were able to speculate and guess the last 4 from last year's. I remember that. So I think they're just gonna do the same thing this year. Yeah. What were you saying though, Sean? You were saying something just for.
Should they learn from Epic 7 and let you recall a Nat 5 that you don't want?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So let me. What Sean's saying here is, if you guys don't play Epic 7, every time Epic 7 nerfs a unit, they give you the opportunity to recall the unit, which allows you to take the unit back to level 1 and get all the resources back for it. That's it. It doesn't delete the unit. It just gives you the Rainbow Mon back and some Angel Mon maybe because you use for EXP, and then now you can use that to something else, right?
Does it even cost that much resource to like 6-star 40 something though? I mean,
I think
the
the
only-
Devilmon side of things.
the only use it would like be good for is you get to
Ooh, the
Ancient
Devilmon.
Crystal, right?
No, I want the Devil
But
Mon.
one of the Nat 5 you have in your storage, you're probably like, fuck, no, shouldn't have done this. You know,
I mean, that's what I mean. Like the only good thing
one
you do is
unit.
like you can chuck it into
Yeah.
the grinder and get 300 ancient crystals, right? I don't think we really care about the resources that much, do we?
Not
I want
us,
the
but some
Devil
other
Mon.
players. Some other players.
The
it can be
Devilmon.
beneficial.
I have three Rakans deviled fully, and I'm like,
Okay,
See
sir.
that? See
Okay.
that? Somebody out there need that.
No. Okay. All right.
Just gonna wait for a big Rakan nerf then, though.
Hold on here. You Devilmon 3 Rakans. Okay, this sounds like a you problem. Okay, this sounds like a you problem. What were you doing? You're just having a nice
you think
night
you
out
would've stopped
drinking,
after
and you're like,
number 2 or something, yeah.
it's like, you know what?
It
I'm
was-
just gonna Devilmon 3 Rakans today. Like,
Number
Dude,
1,
it was like
number
it was like
2,
the OP
maybe for Siege.
AD back in the day. That was like the best
Sure.
arena defense 3 Rakans.
3
I,
Rakans.
Before
I
people
almost-
had like Alicia and Zyros, before they had all those units.
I almost started Devilmoning my second and third Molong for before the 2018 nerf. I was gonna run a whole tower of Molongs if possible.
I would do
Got
that.
to that point, but then
You
they
never have a
nerfed-
Molong. Keep quiet.
I know. What? You don't have to say that. It's not funny if you say the joke, Roger. I'm gonna get one, dude. My rotation's coming up soon. You know that, right? 1.5 weeks,
Yeah.
baby.
It's coming up.
How many
1.5
stones you got?
I got 50.
It's not happening.
Wow.
No, I got like 4,000, almost 5,000 stones. So
Still not happening.
That's
You're gonna
right.
get
All it
everything.
takes is
You're gonna
one
get
lightning.
dupe of the other ones.
you fuckers. If I said any
Chat, I'm
amount,
calling
if
it
I
right
said
now.
if I
I'm
said
calling it right
15,000, you would have still said it wasn't happening.
Chat, remember this right now. He's gonna get dupe of the other Nat 5s before he gets his Molong.
What's in that rotation?
Ooh.
It's
I
like
don't
Oki.
even know.
No, that happened before. You know that, right? I did Molong rotation 2 rotations ago. I summoned both the Nat 5s except for the Molong.
Yeah, but now
No,
you're gonna
no,
get
for real,
both
it's a
of those.
video.
Fuck
So
Then you're gonna
that.
get both and dupes of both.
I was so tilted. That
Oh,
actually happened, dude. That
no.
actually happened. But I mean, the only good thing was
Actually sad.
I think it was like 8,000
I mean,
stones. So 2 Nat 5s was like
you
nice.
just-
So, but
You just
whatever.
wanted to end the meme now, right? Like, the units.
No, I want it. I want to use it. Like, what the fuck,
For
man?
what?
Huh? Guild Wars, Guild Siege, RTA? Fuck that. I'm drafting that shit all the time, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna first pick Molong every
No, fuck
RTA
those
fight.
first picking Molong pieces of crap, dude. All day, dude. Every time I draft RTA, it doesn't matter what rank I'm in, dude. It doesn't matter if
Yeah,
it's a
actually.
max skilled Molong. It doesn't matter if it's a max level 40 Molong. I've been drafted with a level 35 Molong as first pick before, man. Okay?
What the hell?
Fucking so
Because they know
annoying, dude.
it's you. They know it's
So
you.
annoying, dude. I'm not even on stream, dude, sometimes. It's just drafted it, dude. What the...
Just want to rub it in, huh?
Exactly. I'm sure you feel the same way, right? When they draft Vanessa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all the time, man.
Actually,
Even some
but the-
random Chinese dude, man.
Actually,
I
but the
have
thing
no
is that
idea.
Vanessa is a normal first pick oftentimes, right? Or it was actually
Yeah.
before too. I mean, it can
I mean, it
still
still
be
is,
first pick now,
right?
too.
It's still
Yeah.
pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah. And then suddenly the device lag, it just appear.
No idea. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, no idea.
Anyways, back to the Summers Our Anniversary topic here. I mean, I guess we covered some good things that I hope they do, but honestly, out of all the stuff, we're just basically spewing out things we would like them to do from what they've done in the past that we like. I want them to do maybe something that we've never experienced before. You know what I mean? Something different would be exciting, right? At least 1+1 boosters, right? Those were really nice. They gave us those. Those were nice. Hopefully, give us some more of those. But do something exciting. Come to us. I'm
What's a 1+1 booster? Wait, what?
That's the dungeon boosters.
Just double drop, right?
Do you play
The
this
double,
game?
the double drop boosters, Roger.
He plays sometimes.
Oh, why did you say 2 times drop?
He
What's
says
the
he's free to play
1+1?
player. Never summon a Nat 5. Look, you don't even play the game. That's why you don't summon a Nat 5.
Yo, I did it on stream today. I did my 1 hour of DB10. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the
Most
1+1.
DB10 I've done in years. Why didn't you say double drop? What the hell? Who says 1+1?
I'd
Isn't
say
that what they call
1+1.
it? Isn't that what they call it? in
That's
the
what they
event?
call it, Raj. Like, check the event page. Go look at the banner right
Wait,
now.
actually, I don't look at
Actually,
the
it says
event page.
1+1. That's why I don't know why I have
It's
that.
called
in my-
1+1
Okay.
reward box.
See?
Who says that? Come on, everyone says double drop.
Who
No one
says
says
double
1+1.
drop, dude?
Everyone.
Double drop.
On that topic of the 1+1 or double drop,
Yeah.
I feel like they should make that like every like on a schedule. Like instead of making it a pay to win thing, maybe like for 1 hour, twice a day, they basically have it so you can farm whatever dungeon you want. I feel like other games have. When I played I don't know, Maple Story is like a good comparison, but basically you had like those 2 times drops, and that's when I would play the most, right?
Right.
So I feel like they should do something like that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I think
they did this because the problem is if you do like a timer thing, everyone plays across the world, right? So a lot of the time, especially I know like from Australia, a lot of like the Angelmon or the Devilmon dungeons open at like 3-4 a.m. our time, and you can't really actually use the double or whatever. So I think that's why they gave it out as tokens.
I guess
that
that's
you can
smarter.
activate whenever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, our suggestion from earlier this week's podcast was just have it a daily login reward. Like in the month, just have it three of the monthly login stuff. Like one is a dragon, one's giant, one necro, and then every month you get one. That'd be nice, right? I think that would be pretty feasible, pretty fair, and it gives you 7 days to use it. Yeah, would be good. I don't know if they'll do a raid one. You know what I'm saying? Like if they did a raid one, holy smokes, the grind gems, dude. Holy smokes.
I mean, you BJ what 30 seconds, right? 30
exactly,
seconds.
Dude.
A little bit of downtime, so let's say 35 seconds a run, almost 2 runs a minute. You can get 240 runs, basically the equivalent of.
Yeah, so you get like 100 Angel Mons versus 50 Angel Mons,
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
True.
Yeah, pretty much.
True, actually true. Okay, but yeah, good topic here on the anniversary. That is just around the corner, a couple weeks from now. So we'll see what they announce. Typically, they announce things kind of ahead of time. So we'll see how this anniversary pans out. Moving on to the next topic here. Topic number 3. RTA season is ending soon. How are you doing? And how can we improve RTA? Yeah, let's just talk about RTA in general. We could just talk about the RTA meta. We could talk about the RTA point system because they changed it this season. We could talk about RTA ending earlier, right? I believe it's ending earlier here, and what we think about that moving forward. Yeah, all that. Pretty much RTA discussion here.
Does it only feel like it's ending earlier because we had those extra 2 weeks of Special League?
Probably.
I think that's why, right? Like it felt really cramped.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, so are they shortening maybe just this season then maybe or what?
Yeah,
think so?
I think it's just this season. They did the tests with the Special League, and I think it'll just be on schedule for the next season. So it should be the 3 month versus like the 2 months. Yeah, something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I was thinking that they did it purposely because I thought they did it purposely to kind of test how shorter seasons would do in RTA. Maybe potentially less stressful. I don't know, right? Because you feel like you got to do wings every day, but shorter season, I mean, maybe a little less stress. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe more stress. I'm not certain as well. But it looks like this season is a lot shorter because what is G1 right now anyways? 1800? 1750?
1745
1740 something, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking to end at like 1800 probably. Maybe a little more than 1800, right? Under 1900 though, you think?
I think it's going to be under 18. It'll probably be
It'll be
18.
under 1800, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people camping the border because I was climbing yesterday and I think I got to rank just about 1200, I think, and it was 1790. So like ranked 1200ish was 1790 at that point in time.
Yeah, you win like one game in that range and you go up like 300 ranks.
You go up heaps of ranks. Yeah, I won one and it was like ranked 2600 to like 1900 in one game.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
That's crazy. Everybody's just camping out right there, or is just not enough people up there? Jesus.
I think everyone's just camping, to be honest.
Huh. Damn. Okay. But yeah, I guess so. We'll have to monitor the next season how it's gonna be. If it's gonna be similar to this or not similar to this of this short season. How do you think the point system was this season with the changes? I mean, I still heard some bad things about it, but I think
how much shorter was this?
About 2 weeks. About 2 weeks.
So it started on February 6th and it's ending April 5th, so a little shy of 2 months.
Because all I'm noticing is I know Truel's at 3,000 points and he hasn't played like a week, right?
I'm getting flexed Vanessa like real time. I'm not even kidding. I'm sorry, I cut you, but I'm getting fucking flexed on.
They know, dude.
Yeah.
They know, dude.
It's the F3 guy. I'm sad, dude. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, but I'm just sad. I'm just sad.
Yeah, so it's like about 2 weeks shorter. It seems like. So I mean, the points are very different this season, right? And how much you gain and lose.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. What's do you think it's actually slightly better, or is it actually leaning towards worse than what it was before in terms of the system?
So much Guardian in C1.
feels
man.
better.
Feels better.
To me,
I know
it feels better as
like
well.
high G3s only get +4 for a win, and they lose 9 to 11 or something if they lose to like a G1. Whereas back in the day, it was they gain 4, lose 5, right? So
Yeah.
like they'd literally climb infinitely. Like Tomato or whatever would be at like 6,000 points by now, right?
Right.
Truewell's at 3,000. He said he hasn't played for like a week and a half. So he says he gets about 50 to 60 a day. So he's a couple hundred points down, but like he's definitely not the gap's definitely not as big as what it used to be, I think. I don't know if that's because the season's shorter or the new points, but yeah, I think the gap's definitely like the gaps between G1, G2, and G3 are only a couple hundred points. Where it was like, like mid 400, 500s in the seasons before. So
Yeah,
So
between G2
I think
and
it's definitely bunched up a lot more.
Because a lot of the players that were complaining were a lot of players that are high rank, right? The higher the rank, the more difficult it is on your gain loss, right? Do you think for them it might be a little bit better now, but it's because they're used to doing all 30 wings a day that they're facing this difficulty, right? Because as long as they're kind of monitoring their points on how other players are doing around them, they don't technically have to do 30 wings a day, right? If I'm like number 2 or number 3 and I want to hold that spot, I know that as long as those guys aren't doing a lot of wings, then I don't got to do my wings either, right? Or well, how do you feel?
So I'll go first. So
Sure.
I think this point system, it's not a good point system. The reason being is it's causing people not to queue as much, meaning the G1s will queue the G3s, which is what people always complain about, right? Less people queuing. Like I think it's basically encouraging people not to play as much. Like for me, I only did like, I don't know, in the past like 2.5 weeks, I did like 20 wings total, and I barely moved from like rank 60 to like rank 80. Like people aren't really playing.
Yeah,
Do you reckon it's because of the factor around matchmaking? So let's say if G3s weren't able to queue into C3s or low G1s, if they can only queue into G2s and high G1s, would that make a difference? Because I feel like the issue right now is
their matchmaking,
when
right?
G3s are queuing into the lower ranking players,
well,
it's a big change.
Like I talked to Truewell, and basically he'll sit in like a queue for like 20 minutes for one game. That's kind of ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
That's like it discourages people to play basically. So I think it's a opposite effect.
Right.
They didn't want the matchmaking for like G3 to G1, but now it's doing that because it's not finding any matches.
So how do we solve this then? Because like, I mean, I think we keep going back and forth, right? Like before we're like, it feels so burdensome to do 30 wings a day, and it's like, when I play the high rank player, I only get +4 and they get only minus something. And then now it's reverse, right? Now the top rank players are going, hey, I only get +3 and I get minus something now when it's not good for me anymore. It's better for the players that are down below. So how do we find a middle ground to this? Right, this is a lot. See, I mean, the issue seems a lot harder to fix than meets the eye.
So I had this argument with one of the Comtus employees. It was basically like, well,
Sure.
Should you reward someone that plays the game more, or someone that just does like very minimal wings? Like if you really want something, you're gonna play and keep going all out and playing as many wings as you want to be the highest rank you can be, right? Versus like the opposite of just I don't know. That's just kind of my thought. I feel like if you want to be higher ranked, you should play more, right? Obviously, you need a good win rate as well.
Right. It's hard to find the middle ground. I guess the only thing we have to take from is like how the rank system is in like other games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a really hard balance. It's a really hard balance. There's very few games I feel that balance their ranks and their competitive scene well. So we're gonna have to figure something out to suggest to them, right?
The player pool for RTA really isn't that big, right? Compared to like a lot of the other online games that you're trying to take examples from, right?
True.
So in RTA, like how many people Like I'm not flaming lower ranks, but how many people are actually like competitive in the higher ranks? You got a couple thousand at most, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to balance around matchmaking that when rank, let's say top 100 and down to like even like rank 1,000, it doesn't seem like much, but I feel like the gap's actually really big in terms of runes, in terms of playstyle or thinking and units and stuff.
Mm.
So I think it's a lot harder to balance with a smaller population like the game has than like League of Legends or whatever, right?
Right. True. That's a fair statement. That's a really fair statement. Yeah. So I mean, I guess we always complain about the matchmaking, but it's actually not as easy as it seems because maybe there's not enough people queuing. We were all okay with queuing longer to get more balanced matches, but when the reality hits, when we queue longer, it might actually be really long to actually get a queue to play a game. But is that better or not better then? I don't know.
Because like technically, if you wanted a like what people call as like a fair matchup, right? Especially in the higher ranks, you'd definitely be waiting. You're pretty much waiting for someone else in the top 100 to queue up, right?
Pretty much.
Because anything outside of top 100, or like maybe like outside of G3, G3s shouldn't be queuing with other ranks probably, if you actually want it to be fair, right? Because the difference between a G2 and a G3 player seems, I think it's quite big.
Well, I get. Well, if it's only G3, like how do they,
There's only 300.
how do they
people.
get how do they gain points? Yeah, how do they get?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so hard for them to try fix the matchmaking system, right? Because if you guys want fair games, then it's hard for them to actually give you a fair game, right? Because they pretty much have to toss you with G1s or C3 sometimes, right? If you actually want a game, like otherwise you'll be like what you said with Truewell, you'd be queuing for 20 minutes
per wing
games,
now. Per wing.
Yeah. So the games are going to be unfair. So then it's just I think it's just super hard to balance.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, but it's very important that they try to figure something out. And so should we revert this back to the old system then? Like what system was the best? I think there were 3 pinnacle systems. This system we got right now, which is the newest one, the prior one, or the really old one. The really old one, which was pretty drastic up-down points.
It's like 24 points, right?
Right, but then people didn't climb as high, like 4,000 or 5,000 points at the end of the season, right?
You swing a lot, yeah.
Because you swing a lot more. Like, I'm not sure.
I just feel like they need to revamp the reward system. Have like mid-season rewards, like check-in rewards at certain points throughout the season. Maybe change. So something I came up with a while ago was changing the current end season rewards. So Guardians getting a Nat 5 RTA skin. Them introducing a Nat 4 RTA skin as well for Conqueror players. Fighter players getting the Conquerors. And then if you do your placements or as a Challenger player, you still get your transmogs and you still get the ride for doing your placements at least. So then you end up getting a reward at the end of the day. But then having a mid-season check-in reward means depending on what rank you get, you still get something to show for it as you are progressing throughout the season. Just to try and get more activity around it. Because then it kind of limits on how much, how low you sit earlier on in the season as well. But I don't know, it's something I've been playing around with for a little bit.
That's true. Yeah, if they can get more player-based activity, then they can start making more changes as well. So that's true. I mean, I think that's a good first step to revamp the reward system a little bit, make it definitely a little bit more enticing with pure aesthetics, right? Pure aesthetics is no problem at all. I think that'd be quite nice to give players the opportunity to get that. True, very true.
I will give them credit for testing new point system. I'm kind of excited. Maybe that's why they're kind of testing the special league. The win streak for the points. So maybe they may implement that into the regular RTA season.
Maybe share what that is real quick first.
Oh yeah, so I think it said in the special league that if you go on a win streak, you'll gain like +1 extra points up to a certain amount. I'm gonna pull it up. Where is that at?
So actually implementing actual win streak rewards, because right now if you win streak, you just get queued up with a higher player. Usually
queued up with higher person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's like +1 point per win to a certain cap. I can't find it. Where to go? It's like it's in the legend tourney notice, I believe.
I see.
I mean, that gets people. I think that gets people where they, like belong, quote unquote, faster, right? Because if you're a high win rate player, you'll definitely get up much faster, so you don't get stuck around the lower ranks. But
Summoners will earn a consecutive winning bonus victory point of +1 point starting with 3 consecutive wins. Is there a cap?
Yeah, if it starts with 3, I wonder. But you know that also what I was thinking was that might be kind of bad too, right? So now does that kind of go backwards now on people who farm lower ranks? Because people who farm lower ranks are like, hey, I can farm fighter now, and bro, I can get back to my C3
I can
a
win
lot
straight
easier
back
now.
to C3 even later.
Yeah.
Right?
Like in the end season, people are just gonna towards the end, people are just gonna mass queue, right?
Right, and they're just gonna win streak themselves back up because it's not easy, not that hard for them to get back to C3, especially if they're that appropriate rank. So, I mean, I give them the props for trying something out in Special League, right? This is implemented for Special League only, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this the upcoming Special League?
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. You know what that means? I mean, that means that they're willing to do tests. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, try any stupid thing you want.
They're thinking about it. You know, it's good to see that they're actually thinking about trying to make these changes.
Yeah, like if it actually is bad, I mean, are we really
So-
gonna flame them for it being bad? Not in Special League. I mean, we're gonna tell them why it's shitty though, or why it's good. But I think
And
that's
I'm glad they
good
tested
stuff.
out this point system, right? Like, it's good that they tested it. You can see how much lower the points actually are now on the leaderboards. Instead of saying like 5,000 points, 4,000 points, 3,000 points, it's all, what, 2,000s at the moment? Except for Truel at 3,000?
Yeah.
Actually insane, you know, like the big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely feel it in like the lower ends of Guardian as well. Like I said, like the gap between G1 G2 is definitely a lot smaller. Like it used to be, what did G1 used to end? Like 1900, G2 ended 2250.
Yeah, the gap was
G1
larger.
used to be
G3 was like
2070
2500, right? Like now the
Mhm.
gap's definitely, the gap's like 100 points now between G1 and G2, or maybe a bit more. But yeah,
Right.
I think I don't know. It feels like it's bunched up a lot more. I don't know. I've been just getting smashed this season, so I've never gone up high, but I don't know how it is up a lot higher. But I think it does feel better in the lower ends of Guardian. I think
Okay.
it's not as much.
Not in
Stress?
top 100.
Yeah, because down
I-
here, like halfway through, like if there was a week left and you told me I had to do 500 points just to get from C3 to G1 or G2, I would never have I'd just give up, right? But now you tell me, if you go from C3 to G2, you only need like 200 points. Like I think
That's doable. That's very
it
doable.
feels better,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, in the top 100, it's probably a lot worse.
Yeah. Like that's why I literally do like one wing every couple of days because I can't do it.
You just maintain it up there.
Yeah, basically. And I'm watching people like just go above me, below me. It's like a seesaw for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So some good discussion here on the RTA season ending, and looking forward to the Special League to see how the win streak test goes out. This is something that we've been talking about every single time with the
All right,
podcast,
can I
right?
say something?
Sure.
So I didn't say anything because I represent the small people down here in the yellow star, right? Yo, these nonsense are all red star people.
I am
The
a yellow
star
star
people-
too, bro. What, I mean, I've been in
shut
the
up. You're
club the
yellow
whole
star
time,
for
bro.
that reason, okay?
It's like I'm in the club with you the whole time, and you don't even recognize me, man. You're that. Oh my
Stop,
god.
I mean, I got yellow
These
stars right
people-
now.
You know, all the people down here, right? We don't know or we don't care what happened to you guys up there, right? Because we never go up there. Most of us will probably never go up there, and somehow it feels very tight for C1, C2, C3 in this very small point range. That every fucking fight I fight with Guardian skin player, like they've been Guardian last season or like the previous, like recent Guardian, they're all down here in C2, you know, just swimming, passing by, and they're like, because the point gap's so small.
Yeah.
I don't know how the point system changed, but it seems like people can't climb. And when people can't climb, they're stuck here. And they bully the C1 and they feel sad. You know?
Yeah, I think it's a
I
rippling
finally made it
effect
to
down.
C1. I fight other ragdoll now with Guardian Wings. I'm like, oh fuck me.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
fought Nep Gianna Hathor from a C1 player yesterday.
And they're not bad, you know, they're good, but
Not
they
good.
just can't climb. I don't know why. What happened?
I
to them?
already said it before, man. I did was it 5 second awakened Marshall Cat placements? Bro, my placements, they're all sweaty fucking drafts, dude. I'm like, hello? Like, this is not how it used to be, man. It was like actually sweaty on Thor drafts. And I'm like, what is going on, dude? This is ridiculous. Like, actually ridiculous, bro. So, I don't know. Maybe it's
I
just...
think they can. I think for every RTA season, it feels very similar. You grind, you get your points, you get it done in like 2-3 months, right? there's no like weekly sort of missions that they can add in the middle to get more transmog stone, maybe like season pass, like other game that have right now, like season pass kind of thing. So they need to make like every season of RTA feels a bit more different, not just like, oh, I go in, I do my match, I go out, you know, it's boring as fuck.
Yeah,
So some
spice
sort
it
of
up
like
a little bit, right?
yeah, like the RTA achievement thing, which forced you to do like mono element shit, which is fun, but you do it once and that's all, right? They need to make more of that, but more like seasonal, you know, so that I got shit to do instead of just like go in, pick my heart on, and pray that I win.
Yeah, like do some missions or something, right? That'd be kind of nice. I like that.
Yeah, and like the easiest reward you could do is transmog stones. It doesn't affect anything. It doesn't mean people can farm them and get an advantage or anything. It's just literally aesthetics, and people want transmog stones, right? Like people want to, especially like free to play players, you want to transmog your stuff, right? So.
I mean, are they really losing that much money from giving out transmog stones? Not really. The whales that buy the transmog packs, they'll buy it. The free to players that don't buy it, they don't buy it. So it doesn't make
and it's like they're bringing back old transmogs anyway that often, right? So
exactly.
But if I can do something to get it, I'll do it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, some kind of weekly thing would be nice. So, you know, I mean, applauds to Comptuos for releasing RTA. I mean, right, for a while. It's been out for a while now. You know, it's great. It's awesome, but it's getting stale. Yeah, it's getting real stale. Reward system, the RTA system as well. I mean, you're making some tweaks, but it's getting a little stale. So got to do something else, spice it up, something fun. And I would like to think about the majority of the population, like what Sean's saying, right? A lot of the Conqueror players and whatnot. Think about those and the fighter players down there. What you guys can do to get more of them into the game and to play the game, and that internally actually can help the pool and help RTA in as a whole if you can do that. So I think that's the next step for them.
I'd love to see the shop be updated. Special League shop has not been updated for how long now?
Yeah, I don't know why they're taking so long to release them.
It took them like 8 seasons to release a new Special League skin.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Like the Valks. Took them like how long? Like 8 Special League seasons or some shit.
There is absolutely no harm in them releasing a skin every Special League season from now moving forward. I don't know why they haven't done it. They need to just get on with it, to be honest.
Yeah, like what the
sitting on that.
I mean, Special League's technically their testing area as well, right? So I mean, they want as many people as they can in there, right?
Wait, I got it. What if they did weekly RTA tournaments that was computer generatedly run, where you would log into play and you queue up, and it randomly assigns a bracket based upon your rank, and then gives away rewards like crystals or whatnot, and people would play it for the fame, and people would play it for maybe the prizes as well. I don't know. That would be interesting.
And code the Subnosaur Cash Cup.
I think it's super hard though, because
yeah,
RTA's
yeah, I like that.
Cash Cup.
He's making a Fortnite reference.
Yeah.
I've never played Fortnite in my life. I don't know what this is.
But I think if they were able to generate something like their own generator you can queue up. Like I'm thinking of League of Legends. You know, League of Legends has like weekends. Sometimes they have Clash, right? You can queue up. The system generates like random team after you make a team, right? Or you say you're ready to play at that certain time that the server sets it or whatever it is. You get in and it just makes a tournament bracket and you play, right? Based upon your highest finish.
RTA's global, right? It's not even like server locked at this point, right? So you're literally talking about every single time zone in the world. So
I mean, it just picks a different time every time, right? Sucks to suck if you're in a certain server, but that's just what it is.
Yeah, if they rotate it, that works, I guess.
You have certain session times. You have like 2-hour blocks of it. So you can go.
Oh yeah, they could do different blocks of it as well, and you could participate once, right? That would be something nice. I would enjoy that. And you know what that does? That gives a lot of content creators content as well, right? We can commentate that or see that. And they already have the the RTA rooms and the system in there. They just have to put a little bit more effort and be able to tweak that out. I don't think that'd be that difficult to do. And I mean, they have nothing to lose from doing that technically. I would watch that. I would play that. Screw it. I'd mess around. I'd do some stuff.
I'd play it on stream. Yeah, get some content going.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. That would potentially get more people and more word of RTA going around and people joining it and doing it. Yeah.
I had one more thing to add to RTA, and I can see in chat a lot of people are talking about it.
Sure.
I might have brought this up before as well. What about if they brought out a hard cap on your rank? So what I mean by that is that like if you finish Guardian this current season, you cannot go any lower than C1 the next season.
What's the logistics?
You're hard cap to fight everyone at Conqueror and higher. So it rewards you for finishing at a higher rank, and you're also still guaranteed to get a Conqueror award the next season. So that means it stops Guardians farming fighter, which is like what you're seeing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
And if
And then,
you're
like, Conqueror
inactive for
can
like
only-
2 seasons, you go down so that
Correct.
you
Yeah,
need-
yeah. You
you're
drop
not-
another bracket. Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to be inactive entirely for like 2 seasons. So
Spot on.
it makes sense for you to like go down, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we're talking
I think it
only,
makes
like a
it. I
one
think
rank
that
drop,
works.
right?
But does that make the queuing system kind of hard though? If there's like people not in the right brackets, then, or I don't know. It should be the same then, right?
It would still be the same. It just means at the start of the season, it still have
Just
like
means you
Guardian
can't drop
plays
all
in-
the way down to farm.
Exactly
basically.
right. You
That's all
can't
it
drop-
changes.
Right. Yeah, I kind of
What
like
if you're
that.
actually losing though, because of like a big meta change? Like
The
Jake
goal
was
that
saying.
we're trying to do, though, right? The goal that you're trying to do here is to prevent farming. Is that am I
Correct. That is the
Okay.
goal of
Yeah,
it.
this
That
is,
means it
this
stops
is not
farming.
farming. This is not like matchmaking or anything.
And
It's
if the
just-
meta changes, yes, you may be struggling this current season, but you're still getting rewarded for finishing Guardian the season before. And then if you do, because of the meta change, and become a true Conqueror player, it means you can still drop to Fighter the following season. Does that make sense? So like
Yeah.
2 seasons later, you can go from Guardian to Fighter.
Another
meta
thing
changed
that
that
I
badly
would
on
like
you.
to see implemented that could quote unquote help with this farming thing is an actual MMR thing. Like how in League of Legends, if you play too many games after a while, you become what they call hard stuck. Your elo gain and loss actually becomes a lot harder for you to climb
Minimal.
anymore because
yeah,
you've
so
already
you
played so
lose
many
more than-
games.
yeah.
So that would actually prevent farming as well. And that would just basically be like, if you're doing so many matches and it looks like you're going up, down for like, what, like 50, 100 matches. I mean, let's be real, man. Like, that's what rank you're going to be in, right? So that would prevent farmers from going down, because if you go down and you farm, later on when you're climbing up, dude, you're getting like 5 points a game. You know what I mean? Instead of what you should be getting. So it's going to be so difficult for you to go back up. I don't know. That could be another way they could stop the farming as well, potentially. I don't know. But yeah, I like the idea. Preventing the farming. There's a lot of people complaining about people farming, and it's true, right? You don't want to queue up and get matched against somebody that's literally not your rank. That's for sure.
Mm.
Okay, very good topic here on RTA today. I think we discussed some great points, and we need to continue to elaborate on this moving forward for sure. Moving on to topic number 4 here. Kind of an open discussion though, but buffs and nerfs. What have you been
here we
seeing?
go.
And, you know, what do you want buffed? What do you want nerfed? What did you see in the last balance patch? Some of you guys didn't get to talk or speak your mind on some of the units buffed and nerfed, so feel free to bring them up. Yeah, but any of the units that have been touched recently, or any units you want to discuss at all.
Can I start this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Barbara.
Oh
Barbara is
no.
the most overloaded unit I've seen. I think Barbara is worse than Hathor, and I've been complaining about Hathor. Hathor's not getting nerfed. That thing has been untouched for a couple of seasons now, right? I know Condos
No,
doesn't
they
care
touched
about
her.
that.
They touched her a little bit.
Yeah, they buffed her. They buffed her with the attack bar reduce. Let's be real here.
True.
Barbara is the most overloaded fucking unit I've seen in my life. It has strip on skill 3 with an attack bar boost and ignore defense all in one skill, right? As well as defense break on skill 2 and 108 base speed. It's just too much.
It does a lot.
It's too
and
much.
it's your kit.
Yeah.
Just the skill 3 is so much. Just in one skill on a 108 base speed unit is so much.
It's a
I think-
pretty hard unit to ruin though. I feel like.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got very high
Kind of.
requirements.
I
Not
mean,
a
you just
problem
need
for Red Star player, right?
Speed, crit rate, accuracy, right? People don't even build HP in that thing because demounts also demounts obscenely bust.
But I
with
mean-
revive mechanics.
The cooldown is like super long on that unit.
But it doesn't matter if you win on turn 1. That's the thing. It's a 5. I know it's a 5-turn cooldown, right? But like,
Yeah.
if you put yourself into a position to win the game off turn 1, it doesn't matter if it's a 5-turn cooldown, right? Hathor's skill 3 is a 5-turn cooldown as well. But everyone, like, let's be real here. Hathor's super strong as well, right?
So,
like,
so she's actually that good in general, or is she just good with certain units? Like, what comps, what drafts are you seeing with Barbara? That's
anything
Anything.
first turn. Anything first turn.
like what?
Yeah.
Like what follows up?
I'm like
CC,
I'm biased.
damage,
I'm,
anything,
Cleave,
man.
CC, damage, yeah.
I'm biased
anything.
because I have Barbara, so maybe I'll stay.
No. Let them explain more. Give me more details, my friend. My Barbara's sitting there max skill ups. I'm trying to
I
run it up. I'm trying to figure it out
actually
right now.
agree. I actually agree with chat that Savannah is even better. To be honest,
Really?
like, I played on a console. That unit is super broken.
Yeah.
I think all the Beast Riders are super strong. I think I'm not sure about
Hands down.
Savannah, but I know Barbara's out there.
Yeah,
But
can you give me more details on how to use it? I want to abuse it right now until they nerf it. Like, tell me, like no, I'm fucking being real, bro. Tell me how to abuse it right now, bro. I'll abuse that.
It's like a Lauren on steroid, man. It's
Oh, yeah?
strip, defense break, slow debuff, damage, everything, man. And you can't
attack
kill
bar
it.
boost, attack bar boost
thought-
on your team. You put up
You thought you
immunity.
kill it?
You put up immunity, it strips you, and then it gets ignore defense as well. Yeah, and then you kill it, and Tyrannus revives, and it's back on its mount again.
Or if you got Vanessa there too.
With Vanessa, Tyrannus, Barbara, you kill it 16 times, it comes back to life again, and it still kills you. What's going on?
Someone still
Yeah,
sounds like they're traumatized.
Exactly. It's toxic.
Yeah,
That
Rod
is
has had a
insane.
bad experience.
Is it because you have the fire one? That's why.
I mean, the
The
fire
fire
one's
one is
super,
so-
Marsha's super good as well. Like, I'm not gonna say like she's the worst out of the three, but I'm not gonna say she's super strong as well. Like 1, 2, 3 base speed, speed scaling damage, defense break on skill 2, but it's just like
I love how when the Beast Riders came out, the Masha users are like, "Ha, I got the best one," and then all the Barber users like, "Ha, we got the best one."
So okay, so have you ever faced like a Sierra, Gianna,
Yes.
Chiwu, Savannah?
No.
That comp is so broken.
That is
That's
messed up.
it's like so broke. Like I don't know how to beat that. Like it's so
is that broken
hard
because
to
of the
beat.
Savannah, or is it broken because of the Chiwu speed lead strip plus Gianna?
It's well, I
combination.
even with like Chiwu Savannah, it's like pretty OP, man.
She
Cool, I think I agree that Savannah's really strong as well because she has
Yeah.
attack bar reduced to 0 plus defense break.
Plus
If her attack's higher than your
speed,
defense,
yeah, plus
speed
speed
buff.
buff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think all the Beast Riders came out super strong, and I think
Mhm.
it was a lot stronger than I think what Comtois may have wanted coming out. Because I agree, Barbara. Okay, I know Barbara's really strong. I know Savannah in like the speed comps is really strong.
Mhm.
What else came out with Beast Riders? Or did they just come out by themselves? I know people complain about Tyrannus a lot as well.
The Beast Riders kind of came out by themselves, I think, right? It was just a
Yeah.
1.5 release.
Yeah.
Oh, I think okay.
No, I will say though, those two are pretty OP.
Savannah and Barbara, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty OP.
But like OP in the sense where like they are currently being Omega abused, like Hathor.
Yeah.
They are. They're Omega.
If you
abused.
have them,
No.
I think so. Yes.
I think over time, you'll see more.
Okay.
I think yeah.
So it's kind of like
especially
Molong.
because
It's
it
kind of like
just came out,
Molong
but-
when Molong was being discovered, right? Kind of like
Yeah,
that, kinda rip it.
yeah.
Okay,
Like
And same with Tyrannus right now. People
true.
have discovered this unit that does 15k damage with no defense break, revives, heals itself, revives again, revives its
Self-revive.
teammate, defense
Provoke.
buffs for its team, AoE provoke,
stun.
skill 1 stun. Tyrannus, I think, is also his kit's
Overloaded,
super
man.
It's his kit's super overloaded. I think those 3 units, Barbara, Savannah, Tyrannus, I think definitely problem units right now.
I mean, there's
You know,
always gonna be
and I
problem
think-
units. It's a matter of can we deal with these problem units? You know what I mean? Like, do we
I
have
think-
answers? That's the biggest issue, right? If we have answers to draft against them, then it's fine, right? It's fine.
I mean, technically, you have answers to deal with like Hathor as well, though, but she's still super oppressive, right?
Hmm.
It's like one of those things where I think you have to draft multiple units just to stop one unit. and that one
I
unit's
actually
standing.
never have any issues with Hathor. I just draft it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
I
know.
just take it, dude. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes when I'm drafting. I'm just like, I don't know what this motherfucker's gonna do, but I'm gonna take my Hathor right now. That's all I gotta know, dude.
I,
Everyone's
Everyone's like,
problem, dude.
everyone's like, Hathor's not that good by herself, right? And like, they don't understand, like, they have Hathor, so 50% of the time you first pick Hathor, you don't actually have to deal with Gani Hathor,
I
right?
actually like never pick Hathor anymore. Like first pick anyways. Unless I know they have like Gianna or something like that. Like I feel like it's super easily countered now with like the
There's counters. There's
Jaegers.
counters.
Yeah,
With the Vela buff, with the recent Vela buff, like I see
Vela
so
buff.
many Velas
Vela's
now.
super popular now.
Like now, like I built a team with like Vela. I feel like I don't have problems with Hathor anymore. But not everyone has
Vela's
Vela.
running.
Fran Vela, right? Just like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
double immunity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what Fran Vela dies to? Barbara. You get straight- you get no defense and you die.
It only ignores if there's 3 buffs, right?
No, it's wait. Oh yeah,
Per
attack
buff.
bar boost.
Yeah.
Wait, is it 3 buffs plus?
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
to be
Per buff,
three-
instead
But
of
like
5%,
Fran,
right?
you know, there's a lot of
Fran
damage
attack buff
already.
immunity. Yeah.
No, it has to be
That's a lot.
3. It has to be 3 buffs or more to ignore defense. I think.
To
But
fully
2 buff,
ignore
you're already
defense, I
ignoring a
think,
big amount already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, Barbara fit into the meta perfectly. She has everything you need.
But
one
isn't
unit.
that good though? We're getting different units that are becoming a more mainstream. Like that's what we want. Like we want this, but we don't. But we want this. You know what I mean? Right? I don't know.
But you also want the unit.
Yeah, I have it though, so that's why we shouldn't change anything until I can figure out how to use it. You know what I mean? I'm catching up with the times here. You know, guys.
Figure it out before.
It's 35% ignore defense per buff. So even if it's 2 buff,
Per
you're
buff.
ignoring 70% defense.
Yeah,
Quite
quite.
not
That's
much.
still so
Fair.
much, right?
Yeah, it's big.
I think
Kind
so.
of.
It's like it's not even not even like 100%. Like even if you don't strip 3 buffs, you're still stripping either 35% or even 70% defense, right?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It just
I
feels
mean-
like so much in one kit.
So what
It's
you're
okay,
saying is just be 5-hit and just ruin all HP now. Don't ruin any defense anymore in your units, guys. Now you heard it. Can't ignore defense. You don't have defense, right? Because everybody's running defense now. All the units now. I mean, I've given a lot more priority to defense on so many of my units, no matter what type of unit they are. So
True. Because defense scales better in RTA.
yeah.
I'm just glad I have it because I hate when people just stack like so many condoms. It's like so irritating.
Hmm.
Yeah, fuck condoms, right, Bizzle?
No.
No. Any other units of interest? How about Albert? He was getting some spotlight, and then he kind of just like fizzled away a little
I
bit.
think
I mean,
he's
he's still being used,
super
right?
solid. He's a solid unit. I don't think he's busted. I think he's super solid into
Cleaves. but
stuff like
yeah.
Daphnis or like super low damage comps because it's just like a really consistent sustain.
Wait, who?
And if you,
Abellio. I just call him
Abellio.
Albert. I call him
Oh,
Albert
oh.
though. Yeah, I call him Albert.
yeah, like I think he's just a super solid unit, super consistent. I don't think he's super strong. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
called balance, right?
Yeah, I guess that's called balance, but support.
That unit I feel like is like one of those units where you just throw on your shitty like low speed bruiser sets.
Yeah, and it
Cause-
works
And he
fine.
does the
Yeah.
job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You pick wherever you pick him, you know he's gonna do the job correctly. So
yeah, yeah.
Like as long as he
True.
doesn't get one shot, he gets a heal off, attack bar, boost off. It's fine, right?
I mean, how you gonna
Mhm.
one shot him,
Yeah.
dude? Like you shouldn't be able to
Yeah.
one shot that thing. But
Yeah.
Barbara though, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Can't one-shot
Why?
that.
Everything leads back to
Now.
Barbara, dude. Thinking about it.
And then he Tyrannese revives it. It's back on its mount again.
If I ever key Roger, I'm gonna go Vanessa, Barbara,
I'm literally gonna leave
Tyrannus.
the game. I'm not even gonna wait.
Yeah,
I'm not
just
even gonna.
go
I'm not even gonna
overboard.
draft against you.
Should they
I have
add a
Tyrannus slow,
cooldown to that?
actually.
Like the mounting? Because when you revive, you go back to like
Yeah, I
the
think the
beast. It's
D-mount
fuck-
definitely needs
like
to be fixed.
the fucking cat die already. Let it die, okay?
Yeah.
You revive
Yeah,
me
I-
only.
As like I have Marsha, and I like even I agree. Like D-mount is kind of this
Fucked up, you know?
stupid mechanic. Like the
Mhm.
cleanse
Then they
itself is
should-
already annoying enough, but like if you kill it, Vanessa passive, even Tyrannese revive, any revive, it just comes back on its mount and you have to kill it again, right?
Then they should
Right.
introduce
Yeah.
Radiant then.
What if when it revives from like Vanessa, it's demounted?
No,
Yeah, I think that's fine.
that sucks. If
I
they
think
do
you
it-
need to
you can't
balance
make it
it
that
with the
weak.
remount.
Yeah, you cannot make it that weak. I think if it revives as the on the mount, but when it dies after that second time, it doesn't demount. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it gets its original skills back, but it can't
Right.
demount again. I think
Right.
that's fair.
The
yeah.
demount is on a cooldown again. So like if you ventilate it
Yeah.
or when you revive, then like it will demount again. You know what I'm saying? But you have to ventilate it because it's on a cooldown to have the demount, I guess you can say. So
Instead of a passive, yeah.
right. That might be okay. That seems a little bit fairer. Right, a little bit
Because I think
less
right now it's
toxic.
just super obnoxious. Like someone in your chat right now didn't want me to come on the podcast because he knew I was gonna have a go, right? He runs
We've been talking
Barbara,
about it already,
Marsha, Vanessa, Fran every single draft, right?
And he went from C3 to G3, dude.
C3
in
to
one
G3,
season.
by the way.
Yeah, he
Nice.
literally went from C3 to G3 in one season.
Toxic shit,
And he
dude.
drafts
Toxic.
Vanessa,
who is this?
Barbara, Marsha,
Wait, who is this?
Fran.
KX.
Oh, it's K. Nah, I know KX uses that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wait, KX went from C3 to G3?
In
Holy
one
shit!
season.
In
If
one
KX
season.
could do it, anybody can do it. Holy shit, guys! Now you know.
I
You
mean,
just need to summon Barbara and some Savannah.
It's the combo of
Brian,
Barbara
you've
and
got
Marsha.
Barbara.
Marsha
I just
scales
need the
super well
Savannah,
with
dude.
But yeah,
It's toxic, man. It's insane.
yeah.
Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty damn good. Holy crap! Wow, I didn't know that he that KX went that high. I know he was using that, right? It was like fun. It looked awesome to watch, but
It's
I didn't
just
know it
super
did that high.
strong.
Yeah. He was struggling to win me like a C1 player. I summoned both Beast Rider for him in one stream. Boom, G3. Next month.
Hey, that could be you if you get a Vanessa as well, bro. Just gotta wait.
Yeah, and then 2 more Beast Rider, yeah, and then Vanessa and 2 more Beast Rider.
So going back to that a little bit, I mean, a unit that I think really sucks, but maybe has more value because all these reviving units now. Not Rocky because I mean, no, it has a hard time with Tyrannies though. But what about Mephisto, man? Maybe they can
Wind Demon?
they can give him a little bit more so that he can be drafted against these comps. Right?
I've actually been seeing some like top 20 players use it.
Right.
I just don't think people are using it correctly is all.
You think so? Yeah, because his non-revive passive is nice. He just gotta stay alive, dude. He could come in as a tank or a bruiser, and he has a what is his skills again? Like skill 1 is the basic one, and skill 2 is the AOE attack bar boost.
It's like AOE drains. Some guy had like a despair one the other day with like 50k health, and it just clapped my entire team. It's like drains health from everyone, does AOE damage. I think it is.
Right.
As a single target.
That's absorbed.
Yeah, because like you just can't revive anything. Your Vanessa's obsolete. Your Tyrannies is obsolete. Everything's obsolete.
I think the worst part is it consumes the Vanessa passive as well. Like you know how Rocky, when you kill something with Rocky, it actually puts the Vanessa cooldown on passive. So even if you kill the Rocky after, then you still have to wait like 7 turns for your Vanessa passive. I think that's super strong, and I think those mechanics are actually pretty good and something maybe they should consider adding, either buffing what we have. I mean, they already buffed Rocky and stuff, but yeah, maybe buffing Mephisto or even adding some more
prevent
death mechanics.
They just make Mephisto counter dismounts as well. Boom.
No, but then you have to make like anti-revive work with her, and then it's a whole another bunch of shit, you know?
Talking about revivers, we should buff Nagong.
Does she have a Nagong?
Yeah.
No, they should buff. No, never mind.
Oh, what? You get what? Oh.
No, they should buff Beast Hunter to one-shot Beast Rider, you know?
Oh my god. That's the stupidest thing I've heard. But actually, you might be onto something there. I mean, let's be real. This game is all about the lore, right? The lore is probably the most deep part about this game. So Beast Hunters killing Beast Riders, let's be real, that just makes so much sense.
No, but Beast Hunter's killing a beast, right? The Beast Rider's not actually a beast. It's
true. It just becomes a passive,
It should kill the mount permanently. That makes sense,
It just says it in the passive, like, if...
Does it mean it also one-hits
beast
form druids?
Yes.
Yeah,
just
like
one
it just says.
No revive. No revive on Tyrannies.
No revive, that's it.
Yeah, I like that.
Tyrannies.
Because those things suck. Those things suck, dude. Really bad.
The Beast Hunters?
Yeah, I tested some. They really suck. I did the dark one. Terrible, dude. Terrible.
I mean, they're Nat 3s, right? Like, you can't expect too much from them.
Yeah,
Nat 3s, right?
That's true. Yeah, they are Nat 3s, definitely. But yeah, if you could ask, they're listening here, and the Contos are listening. What do you want to ask for Nigong, right?
I don't know I just feel like it doesn't do enough. Like even with the Soul Protect, it's just not good. Like 2 seasons ago, I was using it against Japanese Cleave, and I had like a 90% win rate against Japanese Cleaves, and now I don't even pick it because Rocky's a thing too. It's just underwhelming.
Some Nat 5s just aren't good, alright? Some Nat 5s just aren't good.
It literally just sits there. Like it doesn't the heal is not even much on the S2. The S1 is meh. I just feel like it's a terrible unit.
What about if they added a 20% heal to 3rd?
Oh, like the heal buff? Or like an actual heal?
Like an actual heal. Not heal recovery, but
no.
No? I'm trying to think of something not too big to make it kind of too OP.
Just give them 1 turn immunity.
Maybe yeah.
Give him single target strip.
I feel like they just need to I feel like they just need to like rework the whole skill kit.
Yeah.
Buff Alexandra, that's what I like to hear.
You just gotta
Did they just do that?
Whether
it didn't do anything.
That's a you problem, my friend. They touched it, okay? That's a you problem.
I know DJ was definitely talking about Trinity buff. So maybe an attack bar increase on skill 3. Or damage based on how much HP you steal. Because now she steals 15% from everyone. And then she just does her nuke. She doesn't really do much right now. And I think, like, I don't have Trinity. I don't know many people that have Trinity. But I like he talked about having either a 20% attack bar boost for your team on skill 3 or more damage based on how much HP you steal. I think that's actually a fair buff that would actually make her, because I use it for cleave, right?
Right.
And like even people that have her don't use her for cleave right now, because I mean she's a 33 lead and she cleaves, so I think it would definitely put her into the meta of cleaving if people do have her. I think it's a fair buff.
Yeah, but she does have that speed lead, so she becomes from mad to really good for cleaving. But I mean,
But
that'd
then,
be
like,
nice.
but
That'd be
then you
nice.
think about it, right?
You could deal
But
with
then you
it,
think
right?
about-
It's not that powerful.
But then you think about like where you move Trinity in a cleave, right? You move your boosters, strippers,
third.
Tiana, stuff. Yeah, she goes third exactly. So it doesn't make that much of a difference, right?
Right.
But I think it's still like a nice premium buff. Lets you get your second turn faster. Lets you be able to run an even slower fourth damage dealer, maybe. So I think DJ was talking about it today in my chat, and I thought it was a pretty good idea.
Okay. Any other units that from the last balance patch that you guys want to ever say anything about?
What was the last balance patch?
Ethna,
It's been a while now.
Jack-o'-lanterns, Ragdoll nerf.
Ooh, Ethna was super nice. I don't know if it was necessary though.
Highly unnecessary.
I don't think it was necessary.
Right,
Highly
like-
unnecessary.
Guaranteed stun on 50% now. I feel like that was super nice and super unnecessary,
Like,
right?
her whole skill kit is already ridiculous. Like AoE,
Yeah.
the defense break, you have S3 strip,
Defense break,
you got stun,
Yeah, into like a full turn if you crit, never runs 100 crit rate.
119
Ethna.
base speed, good base stats. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's just so good. So I mean, it just makes her stronger, right? So I don't think it makes her OP, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
I think Wind Paladin's super good as well. They did the change on her.
Yeah.
I don't know why
I-
they gave that condition for the immunity. That's so
Over 50.
ridiculous. Like,
Would you want
yeah.
it gone or would you want it back to 100? You mean?
No, I just want it
Get rid
like.
of it.
Why can't you just get it
Just like
indefinitely?
Musa?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't
You know-
realize she attack bar reduced on skill 1
Mhm.
until yesterday,
Yeah,
and I
it's
feel like she's
100%.
actually super. She gets the stun and the attack bar reduced, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now she gets
That's her
immunity.
awakening, I think.
Yeah, she
People
gets
are,
immunity
undervalue
and
that.
a shield now, right? And a heal, or is it?
Yeah,
just
it's always been
yeah.
it's always been a heal. Yeah,
You know what?
And
You
a
know what?
shield.
Would this be broken if her third skill gave 1 turn immunity, but if the target is over 50, it's 2 turns? Ah, that might be too much. That might be too much. That's too much immunity all the time, or no?
Wait,
it's
what do you
already
mean?
It's already 2 turns.
It's already
though.
2 turns now, right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
3 turns.
Yeah.
3 turns. I'm sorry, 3 turns.
Oh.
Then. 2 and then
3 turns on the target
That's
if it's
too
above
much.
50.
Is that a little bit too much? Because like
think she just
Wusa
replaces
gives 3
Wusa.
turns after how many turns cooldown, right? And then she would give 3 turns or 2 turns with a heal on how many turn cooldown, right? I'm kind of comparing units, you know,
Yeah.
kind of similar.
What's her skill 2?
But
It's-
the heal,
It's,
the heal.
it's an invincibility cleanse on the skill 2.
Yeah, it's a Jean S2.
Yeah,
I find she's
I-
super solid as she is now already, though.
She is
I-
solid, yeah.
I use her. I've actually been using her for like the past like 6 months in Siege against the
Oh yeah,
Come
everyone
on.
knows she's so boring, but she's so good.
Odin. Yeah,
Yeah,
to the
so
Odin.
boring, but it works,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah.
just really boring. It's like it's when you pull out Rena in Siege or whatever it is for whatever teams. I mean, that's
Basically,
the
yeah,
same
you
thing,
just
right?
like let it auto and just go AFK.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I know Fire Succubus is super good now. A lot of people using her. I know Josh is using her a lot because they changed the Brutal End to 2-turn cooldown increase.
Mhm.
I see people a lot. I see Josh using her a lot, and I think I've seen quite a few people use her as well. Like play around with her at least. But I think that's because like Succubus have always been kind of obnoxious units with the skill 1 sleep 50% attack bar.
Yeah, that skill 1 feels
Actually,
so
it's-
satisfying, dude. It's so
Yeah,
satisfying
and
to hit
now
that.
She gets an AoE cooldown reduced. So I feel like it's super nice. I'm a cooldown increase. Sorry.
Yeah. I think it's great for the majority of the population to have that type of unit out. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna build one and use it with Barbara.
If I see your name, I'm just leaving the
Whoa,
game. I'm
Just
not even gonna let you
choose
pick it.
Savannah,
I'm just gonna
Barbara,
Oh god,
Yeah.
dude.
Fire Succubus, Hathor.
drop a Hathor in there. I don't have one of those either. Sure, why not? Just Ganny, Hathor, Barbara me. Do it, please.
Jesus.
And a Lauren in top of that. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
Sean
not?
loves his Lauren. True. How about Leica? He looks like he's in a good spot. He's a fire damage dealer, right? Good unit to draft or no?
I think it's solid. I don't think it's busted. I think.
I see a lot of
Kills
them
Daphnis.
actually. Yeah.
Like he kills Daphnis 100%, right? Because he'll Justice through the thing. Daphnis loses 30% every time he uses skill 3. Then Justice will always kill it through it.
I think he's great against Tyrannies because like he doesn't care who Tyrannies like revives or puts defense buff on, right? He don't give 2 craps. So
Mm.
I think he's Leica's great in there. Really nice.
I think it's a super solid unit. Yeah.
So I mean I think he's like that new solid fire damage dealer that everybody's gonna be drafting in, right?
Like back when Vanessa Triana Perna, but instead of Perna now it's Leica.
Yeah.
He's
What
just a
happened to
super
Perna?
solid.
You seeing any Pernas? Like shoot, if we're going
Hell
back to Bruiser
no.
meta, like she should be coming back.
Every so often I'll
So
see like
much
Molong-
cooldown reset, man. Perna.
Oh yeah, cooldown
Yeah.
reset. People are using Sekhmet now too, man. Right? There's a lot more
Yeah,
Yeah,
segments in play.
CD segments, yeah. And then just
Yeah,
one
dude,
shot
that thing
down,
hurts,
yeah.
right? Dude, Bizzle's been using some segment, right? You got some experience with that. It's been pretty.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to Tyrannus. That's why,
Yeah,
because
true,
the
true.
cooldown is so long on Tyrannus, and
It's like 8 turns on a revive, right?
yeah,
think.
it's long.
Yeah.
It's long.
Yeah, it's
So
strong.
it's pretty
It's
good.
strong because you use it when you need it, and you have time to set up, right? But
Mhm.
if it's
Also,
reset,
you get
you're kinda screwed.
also the cooldown drops when you die. Like when you die in revive.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that.
the cooldown of the revive a teammate gets dropped when you die and activate
Drops by
passive
one
and
or
revive
drops
in
by
Beast.
like more than one?
I think it drops by 2 or 3 turns.
Ah, so when you die from
think.
druid to human, then you drop cooldown. Oh, I didn't
No, like
know
when
that.
you're in
What?
like when I think when you're in human and you die, and it drops the cooldown of the revive. Let me check. What's the name? Tyrannus.
Tyrannus, yeah.
I think it's like 2 turns or
Drops by
some shit.
2. Yeah, chat says drops by 2.
Yeah. So when you die and come back in beast form, the forest of the living is reduced by 2 turns or something. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's just so you just get so much out of Tyrannus.
Right.
I never picked that unit too. I guess it's just my playstyle.
Which unit are you talking about?
Tyrannus?
Tyrannus?
Yeah, I never picked that.
Feels like a
unit.
super slow like bruiser comps, like the Molong Harmonia comps, or like the Art of comps use that because of the defense
Yeah.
buff. and
I
the
guess because
revive.
I'm such a big Daphnis user that it's always picked into me.
Right, right.
I mean, I only pick it to take it away from people. To be honest, like I don't actually like using the unit because I think I'm like you where it feels a bit too passive for me.
Yeah.
Even
Like,
though
I
he
don't wanna
still
sit
does like
there.
1 billion damage, but yeah.
Like I don't want to play like long ass matches, but they pick it anyway, so it's long ass matches.
Hmm.
Jeff's talking about like Molong Harmonia Bulwark comps. Is that more predominant now too lately?
Those are the most sleeper comps ever.
That's
They're all like
like
plus 80 speed. Oh,
because they're like really good into like ragdoll. That's why there's so many ragdoll pickers that combo is actually really good into ragdoll.
it's just like super bruiser versus super bruiser, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, if you verse someone like Tempers, you like, if I see Molong, Harmonia, Tyrannus, I go like Verd Marsha.
Oh yeah,
And you move like 16 turns every time they move once. Right?
Yeah,
So
Barbara's pretty good against that too.
True.
that's what I'm saying.
True.
Barbara's good into everything.
True. Actually, true.
Ignore defense, strip. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna open it up to open discussion. We got probably about 5 minutes or so left. Whatever you guys want to bring up, could still be buffs and nerfs if you want, but just like a 5-minute warning on what else we want to discuss. Who else was kind of buffed? Any difference with Amelia too much? Just a heal. Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody in
I've got a
pony
story
form,
for you
right?
guys.
Yeah. Let's start. Okay, I'm ready.
I did RTA on a friend's account, and I ended up in a 1v1 situation with Amelia and Tiana. And it was a damaged Tiana, and a 1v1 with Amelia in pony form.
Because you get defense buff, right?
Defense
Wow.
buff, 10% heal.
Yeah, you only heal in pony form though, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
stayed pony form and kept
So it's good for like
attacking
1v1s
first
at the
skill.
end. Yeah.
It's good for 1v1s.
I saw Obabo 1v3.
With
With
Amelia?
Amelia?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, okay.
It was like a Ganny, Fire Succubus, and
Like a
the
super low
Fire Pixie. Yeah, it was a super low damage. Well, it was a crit damage Ganny, but still, yeah, it couldn't outpace the heal, the
The
damage.
heal and the defense buff, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
plus when you're in revenge too, right? You just
Oh,
You
because you
just
put up
happen
counter,
everything.
don't you? Yeah,
Yeah.
skill 2 counters. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
so I think it's pretty
That's
good.
nice. That's a little premium for Amelia users.
Dude, they're really pushing. Like, if you realize, they're really pushing like immunity gameplay again, man. Like, this is like
Mhm.
Resident Sleeper season 1 through 3, dude. Yeah, it was.
Has
like...
anyone used the? Oh, you go. Sorry.
No. I just said season 1 through 3. That's it. And then
Oh.
I did.
Has anyone used the Dark Sea Emperor?
Yes.
Is it actually good? Is it actually just damage everywhere?
I think it sucks.
Um,
Or does it suck?
You
I
can't
don't know.
kill
I
it anyway, right?
I actually picked it on stream the other day, and I beat a slow cleaver.
Did you just like raw dog damage him? Like you just
Yeah.
kill him
I think I went like Daphnis, Water Monkey King, Sierra, and Sea Emperor, and basically I just like killed a unit, and then I reset like his galleon or something like that, and then eventually I just basically. I think it's okay. I picked it maybe like 8 times in the past in like 2 weeks or so, and then I think I won like 7 matches. I've only lost once with it.
I would like to watch those matches to see how many of those matches he had a great impact in, and not the other 3 units in there.
Yeah.
I'm very curious on the drafts, my friend.
Well, I mean,
Because if you draft good, you can make almost every unit kind of in there, you know. And
Well,
you
yeah,
probably draft pretty
well,
good, so you're setting yourself up
yeah.
pretty nicely. Because like, the
He'll
skill
be
2 is great. The skill 2 is a reset. I mean, like let's be real, that's always gonna be a decently strong skill 2, right? Just like
Yeah.
Oki.
And it's just lots of damage after, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Did you see Kenji's video with the
No.
Asuma
Yeah.
Nananan?
I did not see that.
It's pretty OP.
Oh yeah.
Basically, he Asuma defense breaks and leaves all these dots, and then Mananan will go in and do so much damage,
Leave everything.
and then everything will just die to dots because it leaves it at 0 HP
Oh yeah, that's
or
right.
1 HP.
Yeah, because Manana can't kill. Can't kill, right?
No, not
Wait,
the
really?
splash.
Why can't he kill?
It's
The-
just like a
it did-
splash damage.
Oh, the
Splash
splash
damage.
can't kill.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
track-
okay.
It's like a Harmonia. Yeah,
Damn.
but I think I don't know. I just don't like that it wakes up monsters when they're asleep. It's stupid.
Oh, because it's cleave no matter what, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can even put out despair proc with it, right?
Yeah, no despair
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, the side
Yeah.
can't despair? Okay.
No,
But the
no.
pros is that they,
It's,
they don't
pretty, it's
revenge.
pretty much just a lot of damage then, right? It's not
Right.
really anything else.
But
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
just
despair,
damage.
but it doesn't revenge either though. Like so, if the splash
Mhm.
hits somebody,
Also, you
they don't
can't trigger
revenge.
revenge.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's
Yeah,
kind of nice, right?
it's just a lot of damage basically.
Yeah, that thing has always been a powerhouse unit. Like in terms
Mhm.
of damage, he's always done like a ridiculous amount. That's just how his
Have-
passive works.
Any of you had problems with Miho?
Yes,
Yeah.
I hate that
Who
unit.
designed
Oh,
this
man.
unit?
I hate
Why
that
is
unit.
this a thing? I run like 15 crit rate on all my units, and I'm critting 3 multi-hits, and it's just absolutely slapping the shit out of my team.
Isn't it funny how when you're playing RTA, you just know they have a Miho, and you just know you have a Miho that's literally the 5th slot. You're just waiting. You're like, oh, is it gonna be? Oh, I see data. Oh, I see a vert. Is this it? Am I last picking this
worst-
Miho right here?
The worst part is people pick it when they get outdrafted. You know what I mean? It's one of those units where like
It saves the
It's
draft.
someone
Taurus.
loses the. It's like a Leo last pick or something. When you're drafted normally, everyone's countering everyone, and they're like, oh shit, I lost the draft. I either Diana, Antares, or I pick Miho or Leo or some shit, and that it just manages to like 1v4 your team, and it's like, well, I guess you just really outskilled me there. You know
Every
what I mean?
every time I see that unit, I'm like, I don't respect that unit. I'm letting it through, and then like halfway through the match, I'm like, oh my god, I should have banned this unit. What was I thinking?
God.
Yeah, you didn't know when they were translating from Korean to English, they made a mistake. It actually says gives your opponent 50 crit rate. That's the downside
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, that's
Oh,
supposed to be.
100. What do you mean 50,
yeah.
dude? 100. Or like 15 crit rate Elusian. I triple crit it, get resisted on the freeze, it counters and just slaps my Elusian and it's dead. And he's healed back to full because he's on Vampire. Oh, mama.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the cats came. I think the cats were really strong. At least Mina's like 119 base is really big, right? Mina's really strong.
Yeah. Plus the no
I
crit.
mean,
The no
Miho-
crit is the strong part because of your rune
Yeah,
efficiencies
none
of
of
where
them
you have
build
to.
crit rate.
Yeah,
You get
where
more
you
thing-
have to-
stats.
That
Yeah.
thing always crit stuns my win units. I don't understand. Every
Sounds
I
single
want to see.
time.
I want to see a Miho nerf. That's what I want. You know,
Mhm.
fuck. They can have Barbara. I'll just pull up
Yeah.
Barbara, right?
Yeah, guys,
Miho's
Tassarin
just-
counters Miho. What are you guys doing? Like Tassarin,
I haven't
wow,
Oh.
Tassarin's actually the GOAT, dude. Like count as ragdoll too. Like what else you guys have problem with? I think Tassarin's the new GOAT, man. Maybe Tassarin's
What about
gotta come
Barbara?
back.
I
Sorry,
didn't-
Barbara.
Oh yeah,
I think
you get
Tassarin's
you get
actually
Tassarin
not
or
bad
Barbara.
right now, right? Like,
And-
No, you have like 3 passive in front of you. Which
This
one
is
do
too
you
much-
do?
Yeah,
there's so
I know,
many
right?
passives now. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think anyone's actually tried to reuse it though.
No, the only issue is that just the
like,
high
There's
level.
too much immunity though.
Yeah, that's what I say. There's just too much immunity being
Yeah.
played. But if there's no
I can
immunity,
feel
yeah, great. He's great. He's
Make
he
him
should-
a
Then
Apply through immunity.
Eager say hello. Shiho say hello. Yikes, dude.
Shiho's still here though, no? I feel like he's still super strong. Like especially to Daphnis and stuff. I think Shiho replaced Aegar. Because Shiho can get through immunity, and then Aegar, I guess Aegar can as well, but
Just give us more
Hey,
Oblivion units, man. Like the next fusion, it was brought to my attention as well that last year they actually didn't do a fusion. I thought Fire Lightning Emperor was last year, but it was the end of 2018 was the Fire Lightning Emperor. So we should be getting a fusion this year, right? So I pray to God that it's some kind of Oblivion unit, so everybody
Yeah.
has another Oblivion unit. For
No,
real.
because what do we have? What do we have right now? There's like some sort of like
Herny.
Dryad, right?
Herny, yeah,
Yeah,
but
no one
which
cares
did get a
about that
buff
thing,
and it's
yeah.
like okay-ish, but I don't think in RTA.
So it's pretty much
settings.
just Tassarin, huh?
It's just Tessa. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna bust out an ISIS. Relax. Nobody's gonna bust out an ISIS. There's no way.
I watched the replay, and it was like until like an Ardorag, and then Isis landed 0 buffs
Oh god.
on 4 units.
Ada awakens into resistance as well, right?
I
Like,
mean,
people
those are
have,
all
like,
high resist
80,
units
90
though,
resist.
technically.
Yeah,
So it
people
can
rune
happen.
Ada like 80, 90 resist, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I know some ragdoll users with a lot of tolerance as well. I mean, a lot of resistance as well. So those might be tough.
Yeah, I
to play
definitely think
against.
more Oblivion. Maybe like something that strips and then replaces with Oblivion, right? Just because there's so much immunity, like you guys have said, right? There's so much immunity going around, something that can actually strip something and then place an Oblivion down after the strip,
Yeah,
or have a strip in it, or have a strip in its kit or something. Or you know how like one of the succubuses replaces buffs with debuffs?
Yeah.
I think one of them does that.
The
Kind of like that, but like replace like a buff with
Akia.
Oblivion. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, just more Oblivion, and maybe have a strip with the Oblivion when it comes out as well, just
What
because
if
immunity
they-
matters really.
What if they increase the cool, or instead of 2 turns on Tessa, they did 3? Is that too broken?
3 turns of Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make a difference though? With like, because the problem's not the Oblivion, right? Like it's the immunity heavy meta right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
It does.
Like,
It,
how
does
often are you
it
gonna-
removes the violent proc though. It removes the violent proc, which kind of sucks sometimes though. You know what I mean? Like you get on a vert or you get on something else and then it violence out.
I
you're
think
like,
maybe they do buff that as well, but
Yeah.
I think definitely needs to have actually more Oblivion.
Yeah.
Just
I
in
don't
the game.
even need to.
Let him apply it through immunity.
All that, yeah.
Oh,
That'll bring him back into meta, wouldn't it?
that's not bad.
Oh, you mean Tessarian through immunity?
That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah,
is that
Tyrant
broken?
immunity.
Like you can
Or-
still
or-
cleanse it. Like that's not
Just
that
the
bad.
Oblivion or all debuffs, like his defense break? Or
All,
just the
all
No,
Oblivion?
just
debuffs. No, just let it do all
See?
debuffs. Put in the passive.
All debuffs? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just put in its passive. All debuffs. go
Yeah,
through.
that'd be super good.
He puts a
Goes
dot.
to
He puts a defense break. He puts
yeah.
Oblivion. Is that
Yeah.
strong? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's.
That's not that bad.
I
Wait,
think
that's
pretty
actually
good. That's a different
Yeah.
idea.
What if they give it to El Sharion instead?
I think
That's
Elsharon's
Oblivion.
fine as he is.
Yeah,
I think
I
Elsharon-
feel like that unit's pretty good.
I've seen
think
some
it's
people
pretty
draft
scared
it. Some
to
people
face
playing
that.
it, right?
Yeah.
Some people playing that.
Yeah.
If you like rogue
3-turn
style, it's
debuff
really
so
fun.
strong since the Bio nerf.
Yeah. All right.
Oh
Any last words you guys you want to say? Were you saying something, Sean?
no.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that was a very solid podcast today. I think we went over a lot of great topics. You know, the 2As, the Griffons, discussed those. Discussed about the new anniversary, what we'd like to see. We went through some great stuff for RTA, which was really good, and then finished off with some buffs and nerfs we would like to see happening. So I hope we get another surprise balance patch note. I mean, I'm just not gonna think of it. It's like fishing, like you don't expect to fish, okay? You just don't even think about it, and maybe it'll just happen again mid-season. All right, in like a couple more months, we just get another random balance patch. But thank you guys for joining me on the podcast today. Yeah, I appreciate you guys making time. I know it's late for some of you guys. It might be early for some of you guys. But yeah, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, we're going to put the links to all their streams down below. Yeah, everybody streams quite a bit. Yeah, here and there. So make sure you guys check them out. Ask them all your questions. And leave your comments down below, right? These comments are probably, like I keep stressing, I swear to God, they hire somebody from Comm to us in the office to read these goddamn questions and, comments down below as well as watch these podcasts. So put some great suggestions down below and we'll keep it going. I've been really enjoying the comments that we've been getting down there. Yeah, some of them have been pretty good, and then some of them have been pretty triggering, and then some of them have been pretty troll. So I enjoy them, really. But all right, I'll see you guys on the next live streamer video. Peace out, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.